Some of this is to do with funding, which I thought I would make a piece of. And it says that Thomas is clear on many things, but not on the money aspect of the trust. Why? Well, the answer is not for me to decide where the money goes is why. I only come up with the guidelines of what I envision for the future. But if people put in a proposal and I vote against it, but the majority vote for it, that proposal will be funded. So as you can see, I'm not the decision maker on the money. It is for the people to decide, mainly with some guidelines which I've already laid out. So the reason it's not clear on where the money goes to is it's just not yet been decided. Now, part of the problem with this, and it's an issue overall with people, is the alt media people have been hammered with promises of free money. You know, we had it right through this decade with OPPT and all kinds of others. You know, and I referenced this last night, where people feel they don't have to do anything for it but just collect a check. Whilst that all sounds very nice, except A, all of them promises have failed to deliver, and B, those that future think will get this, those that don't will react. Should that happen, in my opinion, chaos would reign. People would end up going on a materialistic spending spree, of which the elite clowns own all of the businesses that we buy from. And guess what? Within 6 months they will have all the trust money to themselves to use against us and you. And this is what we're trying to prevent, where we the people build up our own businesses, trade amongst ourselves and create our own ideas. We the people in essence then become our own brand. But it requires we the people sharing, not competing. Now, one of the questions that came up is, do I support a debt jubilee across the board? No. We've all spent that money, and yes, there are circumstances whereby certain situations was forced upon you and us. But we have to learn to operate in a different and better way. But the main issue is people have forgotten largely how to budget, how to manage what they have, live within the means. I'm speaking of the collective here, and I'm not necessarily speaking to our own members. We've forgotten how to budget, how to manage what they have. People living within the means. And I can hear Ramona now going, yes, yes, yes. We have to start teaching that again, starting with the youth. And of course, one of the main reasons behind much of the spending is the competing game again. A new phone comes out, must have it. Well, no, you must not have it. You've got a phone that works. Fine, keep it. Now, a question was also asked, do I support everyone getting a cheque each week? Again, not particularly, for the same reason stated in the previous answer. But here is where the kicker comes in of future thinking. I keep pushing on this because people are still reacting to the headline. So do I support getting a cheque each week from the trust? No. But if you future think on what has already been stated, what Kim and I and the team have been working on, likes of tax reform, which would end up with no income tax, no federal taxes on all of your utility and insurance bills. Is that not in and of itself like an extra paycheck each week or each month? We have spoken about the trust eliminating student debt. Is that not an extra family-based paycheck each week or each month? We've also spoken on the trust reform and social security. Do you think we would promote more pay or less? Well, clearly it's more. Would that not constitute an extra paycheck each week or each month? Think about it. People are too often reacting to the headline. I did a piece recently about the 23% tax, which is not a guaranteed figure. And, I'm paying 23% tax. But what you're not getting is what you're not paying, which is worth actually a lot more. And that tax is only on spending. Currently, you're getting taxed on something before you've spent it. That's the way I'm trying to get people to future think on the overall picture. It's like clickbait headlines on YouTube sites, and people react to the headlines without going deeper into the narrative and thinking for themselves. And future thinking is the key to our progress and also understanding. So I've just listed 3 items where most people, if not all, if those 3 reforms go through, people will get an extra paycheck anyway. No income tax is an extra paycheck. Big time.